Alright, and welcome to the TSG Multimedia video podcast for September 1st, 2014. This is John standing here with
Dan.
And Dan's sitting this time.
Yeah.
So, as usual though, but we're looking at something. It looks like it has a screen. What is this?
This is a Wolverine F2D20 Super Film to Digital Converter. It's basically a little mini scanner.
Oh, a slide scanner.
Yeah, it does slides, but it also does other kinds of film. It comes with different trays. This is the one for slides. And this one is for 35mm negatives.
Oh, right.
This is for 110 negatives. I think this will do 126 also.
I had a 110 camera when I was a kid.
Yeah, and then this is for Super 8 film. So you can actually do Super 8 film with it.
What, frame by frame?
Yeah, I guess so.
Wow, that would take a long time.
Yeah, but
bet that would be a good way to digitize it, though, because otherwise you need something called a telecine, which is something that's a projector, but it records straight into a video device.
Oh, I see.
I bet that would be cleaner doing
Maybe,
it this way. Yeah.
But anyway, and it also comes with a cleaning brush, which is actually meant to. There's a little scanner bed inside here. So you can use this little cleaning brush to get in there and clean dust off of it.
It looks like you could use it to brush your mustache if you have one.
Yeah. And actually it came with a little, it came wrapped in bubble wrap, you know.
Right.
But I actually kept the bubble wrap because it fits over it as a little dust cover.
Right.
Which, for something like this, I would highly recommend keeping a dust cover of some kind. I mean, this is, at least until I get something better, this will suffice. Also comes with a power cord, and this is one of those power cords that's also a USB cable.
Oh, so you can plug.
Yeah.
Oh, can you plug it directly into your computer and scan straight into the computer?
Yeah, you can.
Oh, so that would power it and act as a
yeah. I think it'll go straight to the computer.
I bet it does.
Probably, but anyway, you can also use it as a. If you plug it into the adapter, you can use it for power.
Yeah.
And then it. On the back, it has a slot for an SD card.
Oh, okay, I see that.
Okay. It has its own internal memory, but I don't think it holds very much. So if you use an SD card, you get better capacity.
Mm-hmm.
And you put it in actually with the foil things facing up, just like that. Cool. And then it also has a little TV out, which I'm not sure. I guess that'll project onto a television screen.
Okay.
I haven't actually tried that part, but...
It looks like it's a component output.
Yeah.
I have component outputs like that for a video camera that I can use to hook up to my TV. Oh, yeah. Interesting.
But anyway, I got this little guy because I have some slides of my own that I'd like to scan, or actually they were mostly taken by my dad. And not that there's a lot of train stuff, but there's a lot of old family photos that I've been wanting to scan for a long time.
Yeah.
And I have a flatbed scanner that has film attachments, and it will do slides and negatives and things, but it's kind of cumbersome to use. Every time you put one in, you have to do the setup stuff, and then when you actually do the scan, it takes a really long time. This thing is a lot faster, and it produces a scan that's about 20 megapixels, so it's pretty high res. And it was actually, this was around $100, so it's not incredibly expensive.
Doesn't sound too bad.
Yeah. So anyway, we can try it. If I push, this is kind of like your control buttons up here.
Yeah.
So you press power.
Oh, there it is.
And it comes on. I can't.
It says film type.
Yeah, so you can pick your film type here. I think you click OK. Yeah, and there's slide positive, which is actually what I want. And I guess what your other choices are color negative.
I see.
Or black and white negative.
Yeah.
Slide positive. So we'll leave it on that. And
it's asking you what size now.
oh yeah, it's on 135, right?
Yep.
So we'll just leave it there. That means 35mm.
Cool.
And then I think it goes into scan mode. So then you just basically, the first slide sometimes is a little easier. These actually open up.
Oh, I see how that is, and then you slip it in there.
Yeah. Also, I didn't bring it with me, but I have a little can of compressed air at home, which is a good idea to blow off each of the slides before you scan it, so there's no dust.
Yeah, that makes sense.
A little bit of dust in there, but
well, just for the purpose of demonstration, it's not going to make a big deal.
I'll go ahead and load this first one in here like this, and then you just slide it in.
Oh, look at that!
And then convert mode, and then it's already on save, so you just hit save, and that's it.
That's it?
That quick.
That was really fast.
It was.
And that's going to give you a high res. Well,
yeah.
we'll put it up on the screen during the podcast.
These are some slides that I actually purchased off of eBay. The cool thing about this is that when you're done, you can just push the next one in. Like this. So you can do a whole bunch of these at once.
Yeah.
And just keep shoving them through.
Look, you could scan it just like that. That would be very useful.
Yeah. You just scan it until it's a line.
Yeah, look at that.
And then you just... Oh, now it's going into color adjustment. This is you can adjust the exposure and color and everything if you want to. So just go through and click OK.
Why did it go to that?
Because I've hit the wrong button.
Oh. User error.
Yeah, so I think you said convert mode and then save.
Oh, it's making that noise.
No, that was my phone.
Oh, I thought the machine was doing that.
And anyway, you can just keep shoving them through.
That's pretty cool.
I don't have another one right now, so I'll just put this original one back in, but you can just, here's the next one.
You know,
convert and
yeah,
save.
Seeing it like this now and knowing about that Super 8 video, the conversion for the film, that would be easy. You just put it in one thing at a time, and I'll bet you it scans real fast because that's a much smaller picture.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. So the only thing I was wondering about film, like that kind of film, is would you have any trouble keeping it aligned so that all the frames stop in the same place? Because if they weren't like, you might get one, so it was doing like a jittery kind of a thing if you weren't really careful about lining them all up.
Yeah.
That would be my only concern.
That might be a concern. I didn't think of that.
For regular slides, it seems to work pretty well. I've used it a few times, and scans pretty good. You can adjust, like I said, if you go into that adjustment thing, you can actually, it has RGB. You can adjust the color, and then this is the exposure.
Right.
So if you want to do a lighter exposure.
You know, the only problem though that I can see is.
Wait, I did it wrong.
You know, what if you're trying to adjust that? Can you see the picture as you're adjusting it, or
no? You basically, this is the idea. I think is that you set this thing up once.
Yeah.
For here you go. You can make it brighter.
Yeah. So you have to go back to the picture every time.
Yeah, but I think the idea is that you're gonna basically. I think it's making the assumption that the whole roll is probably set more or less the same.
You know what though? I mean, as far as I'm concerned, that's what Photoshop is for.
Yeah.
Oh, there it goes. It just made some kind of an adjustment. I think.
So now it should be a little brighter this time.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and scan it again. So we'll end up having a couple different copies of that on the same.
I like how fast it is.
Yeah, but so do I, because that's much easier. So I mean, now I was thinking because my dad he used to have those Bell and Howell slide cubes.
Right.
They had instead of the carousel, they would put the slides in this little cube, and I think a cube would hold up to 40 slides, and then when you put it on the projector, it kind of sucks them out and runs them through the projector and then pushes them back in. And he has like 7 boxes of those, and each box holds, I think, 16 cubes.
That's a lot of pictures.
That's a lot of pictures.
Wow.
And I don't even know what's on some of them, but I would like to preserve them so that, because eventually the film will degrade. It's still fine now, but I mean, You
could see little Danny as a kid.
Yeah, I'm sure there's plenty of that. But, it would make it a lot more practical to do that now. Because I was thinking, it would take, with the scanner I had now, it takes so long, it would, that's why I've never wanted to do it.
Yeah.
But now you could do a roll here, a roll there, and it wouldn't take much time at all.
Cool.
So
Well, this is interesting. So this was actually a podcast, but it's almost like a product review too.
yeah,
Like the
yeah,
product
kinda.
reviews we've been putting up.
Yeah, but
All
I
right.
really have been pleased with this little thing. It
Cool.
works pretty good.
If I had a bunch of slides, I might buy one of those. But
Yeah.
but you know, my dad has a ton of slides.
Yeah,
Maybe I'll tell him about it and he can get one because
Yeah.
he'd probably like to put those in the computer. That's really cool.
I haven't tried using it with negative film yet,
Yeah.
but I do have some color negatives that I've shot too. As I had some color prints.
Right.
I remember I just recently actually scanned some of those with the other scanner, and it was very tedious.
Yeah.
But from a trip to Portola that I made in '95, or a bunch of those trains. So be curious to see if this does any better. I think you just feed, same thing. You feed the strips of negative through the tray.
It may do better or not, but one thing's for sure, it'll be easier and faster.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. But,
All right.
Anyway, so it's a cool little thing.
Yeah. It's a gadget. I like
Yeah.
gadgets. All right. Well, I guess that'll do it for this video podcast. So make sure you check us out next month. It'll be, October 1st already for the next video podcast.
Yeah,
Wow. The year's almost over already, Dan.
I know.
So anyway, all right. Well, thanks for watching.
Yeah, thanks.